I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you to this briefing on Aptera and its trajectory. The purpose of this briefing is to keep you up to date on the promising future of the electric vehicle company as the globe strives to create a better environment. In light of this, we have a limited operational history upon which you may evaluate our performance, and we have not yet begun to earn any profits. In light of this, our possibilities need to be evaluated in light of the dangers that are inherent to the establishment of any new business. We have not yet made any profits despite the fact that the company was officially incorporated on March 4, 2019, in accordance with the laws of the state of Delaware. Additionally, the only revenue that the company generates is from the revenue that is created by our subsidiary, Andromeda Interfaces, Incorporated, and not from the sale of our automobiles. In light of the challenges, costs, difficulties, complications, and delays that are frequently encountered in connection with the expansion of a business, operation in a competitive industry, and the ongoing development of our technology and platform, it is necessary to take into consideration the likelihood that we will be able to establish a business that is profitable. There is no guarantee that we will produce significant revenue or become profitable in the near future, and we believe that our operating expenses will increase in the near future. In addition, there is no guarantee that we will become profitable. It is important that you take into consideration our business, operations, and prospects in light of the risks, expenses, and problems that we face as a company that is experiencing rapid expansion. Before we go any further, I would ask that you kindly support this channel by liking it and clicking the bell notification feature to subscribe to it. If you are enjoying the content that we are currently sharing, thank you. I am grateful that you downloaded and did so. It's time to get going. On Aptera, as was said earlier, in addition to having only recently begun operations, the company does not have a considerable amount of working capital. There will be huge additional costs that we will have to bear before we achieve significant amount of revenue. Because of these issues, there is a significant amount of uncertainty regarding the company's capacity to continue operating as a going concern, and the cash resources that we currently possess are insufficient to satisfy our projected requirements over the course of the next year, beginning on the date of this document. The firm plans to support its operations over the course of the following year using monies obtained from our regulation offering and our projected future campaign, in addition to additional debt and/or equity financing, depending on what is deemed to be necessary. That management will be able to obtain cash on conditions that are acceptable to the company is not something that can be taken for granted. There is a possibility that we will be obliged to decrease the scope of our planned development if we are unable to acquire sufficient amounts of additional money. This might have a negative impact on our business, as well as our financial situation and operating results. Despite the fact that these uncertainties may have caused changes, the financial statements do not include any of such adjustments. As the new coronavirus continues to spread around the globe, the impact that it has on international corporate operations, supply chains, travel, commodity prices, consumer confidence, and business forecasts is getting increasingly severe. Because of this, for instance, it can make it more difficult for us to acquire supplies and form collaborations. There is a possibility that this pandemic will have further outcomes that are detrimental to our business, but we have not yet taken into consideration these outcomes. Because of the epidemic, there have been problems with shipping, which has caused our supply chain to move more slowly. It is the intention of the firm to raise a substantial amount of additional capital through future fundraising rounds, which may include the provision of shares at a price that is much lower than the price that is being provided in this offering. This may result in dilution for investors who have participated in this offering. In order to finance its operations or to support its business plan, Aptera will go through the process of raising additional capital. Even in the event that the company is successful in raising additional funding or borrowing rounds, the terms of such borrowing rounds may be more favorable to new investors or creditors than they are to existing investors like yourself. It is possible that new equity investors or lenders will have higher rights over the company's financial resources, such as liens over its assets, in comparison to the shareholders who are already participating in the company. In addition, additional financings have the potential to significantly reduce the ownership percentage you currently hold. To be more specific, the company has launched concurrent rounds for shares of preferred stock, and the share price in some of these rounds is lower than the share price of the shares that are now being offered in this offering. This would result in your interest in the company being diluted. It is possible to obtain additional information by consulting the sections titled Dilution and Management's Discussion and Analysis of Financial Condition and Results of Operations, Plan of Operation. A capital-intensive industry is the one in which the company operates. The design, production, sale, and maintenance of automobiles are all businesses that require a significant amount of capital. It will be necessary for us to acquire additional funding. It will be necessary for us to acquire additional funds by means of the issuance of equity, equity-related, or debt instruments, or by securing credit from the government or financial institutions, for the purpose of funding ongoing operations, continuing research, development, and design activities, establishing sales centers, improving infrastructure, and making investments in tooling and manufacturing equipment that are necessary for the launch of our vehicle. These funds will be required. Due to the fact that we are unable to guarantee that we will be able to raise additional money when they are required, we will be forced to halt operations, and you may end up losing your entire investment. The company Open Deal Incorporated, which is not a registered broker-dealer, is the owner of this website, the site, and is responsible for its maintenance. The company Open Deal Incorporated does not provide any kind of investing advice, endorsement, analysis, or recommendations with regard to any individual stocks. It is the duty of the applicable issuer of such securities to provide all of the information that is presented on this website, and all of the securities that are listed here are being sold by such issuer. The documentation of the offering will include a description of the intermediary that is responsible for facilitating the offering. Open Deal Portal LLC, doing business as Republic, is a funding portal that is registered with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, as a funding portal, and is a member of the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, FINRA. All of the activities that are associated with the funding portal are carried out by Open Deal Portal LLC. If you would like more information on Open Deal Portal LLC, please visit the funding portal page on the FINRA website. The company's address is 149 E 23rd # 2001 New York 10010. All broker-dealer related securities activity is handled by Open Deal Broker LLC, which is a registered broker-dealer, a member of FINRA CPC, and an affiliate of Open Deal Incorporated and Open Deal Portal LLC. Our address is 1345 Avenue of the Americas, 15th floor, New York 10105. If you would like to learn more about our background, you can check it out on FINRA's Broker Check. For the express purpose of providing an explanation, certain pages may refer to Open Deal Broker LLC and Open Deal Portal LLC jointly as Republic. These pages may address the mechanics of crowdfunding offerings and provide instructional materials surrounding regulation. Neither Open Deal Incorporated, Open Deal Portal LLC, nor Open Deal Broker LLC are in the business of making investment recommendations. Furthermore, no communication, whether it be through this website or any other media, should be construed as a recommendation for any asset that is offered on or off this investing platform. Private placements of securities that are not publicly traded involve a high degree of risk, may lose value, are subject to holding time requirements, and are intended for investors who do not require a liquid investment or the types of investment possibilities that are featured on this website. One cannot draw conclusions about future outcomes based on past performance. A person who invests must be able to bear the financial burden of losing their entire investment. Investments in offerings that are hosted by Open Deal Broker are only available to eligible investors, which may be limited to just accredited investors or individuals who are not from the United States. We will conclude the discussion for the time being. We appreciate you watching. See you in the next video.